In this new quickfire style of video, I'll show you what F1 drivers who have left the sport are up to now. As this will be a multi-part series, this video will only focus on the drivers who have retired over the past 3 years. From 2017, the most significant retirement was that of Felipe Massa from Williams, who left the sport after a long and relatively successful career in which he almost became world champion. After almost a year, he joined Formula E for Season 5 with Venturi and has remained there ever since. Jolyon Palmer had lost his seat from Renault even before the 2017 season had finished, which marked the end of his racing career. Since then, he has transitioned into the media side of Formula 1, offering expert analysis on various aspects of the sport. Pascal Wehrlein lost his seat at Sauber in favour of Charles Leclerc for 2018. For that year, he stayed with Mercedes to be their development driver, while he also raced full-time in DTM. The year after, he moved to Formula E with Mahindra and played the role of development driver at Ferrari. Daniel Kvyat did not have a drive for 2018 after he left the Red Bull program, but instead also became a development driver for Ferrari. However, he is now back in Formula 1 and currently races for AlphaTauri. Esteban Ocon was replaced at Racing Point by Lance Stroll for 2019, so he became reserve driver for Mercedes, but he will come back to F1 for the 2020 season. Stoffel van Dorn lost his seat at McLaren and immediately moved to Formula E with HWA, but for this season is racing with the Mercedes factory team. Alongside that, he is also the reserve driver for Mercedes F1 team. Marcus Ericsson was another driver who couldn't get a drive for 2019. He was replaced at Sauber and has since then moved to race in IndyCar. Brendan Hartley got dropped from Toro Rosso after only one full season in the sport. The double world endurance champion then continued his career in LMP1 and also secured a drive in the 6th season of Formula E. Sergei Sorokin was another driver to leave the sport after only one season. He then raced in the 24 Hours of Le Mans and is reserve driver for both Renault and McLaren. "2018's most talked about retirement was that of double world champion Fernando Alonso. Unable to secure a third world title, he left the sport in pursuit of the unofficial Triple Crown, but continued as a brand ambassador for McLaren until the end of 2019. He won the 24 Hours of Le Mans for the second time in 2019, but was not able to qualify for the Indy 500 in a disastrous attempt with McLaren. But he is scheduled to have another shot at the Indy 500 in 2020 if the race takes place. In addition to these endeavours, Alonso swapped tarmac for dirt by competing in the 2020 Dakar Rally. After an inspirational comeback to Formula 1, Robert Kubica will not be returning as a driver for 2020. Instead, he will be competing in DTM and will be Alfa Romeo's reserve driver. Nico Hülkenberg has been replaced by Esteban Ocon for the 2020 season. His plans for the future are unconfirmed to the public. Perhaps one day we could see a comeback,